What is up, everybody? It is me, Nuclear, and today I'm going to bring you guys some Cuphead content. So I would like to actually do some actual gameplay stuff, but the clips I have here are just from my Switch, which I'm able to record 30 seconds of gameplay, and that's it. But I'm just going to be giving you guys, this is a cool video I thought I'd make. It's going to be answering a question that I had that I don't think there are enough answers to for Cuphead. So the question that we are talking about today is, in what order should you buy Cuphead weapons? This is a question I had. I didn't know which weapons to buy with all the coins I was getting from beating running guns and stuff. And I was getting mixed answers, so I'm going to tell you what weapons I think you should buy so you can best be able to deal with the bosses that you're going to be facing when you have the right amount of money. But keep in mind, this is my opinion. So none of these are, set in stone or anything. If you guys have different opinions, let me know in the comments, and I will consider it, and, maybe people can read the comments and use what you say. But without further ado, let's get into the video. First off, with your tutorial coins and the 3 coins from the apple, I would go and buy the spread shot. The spread is a pretty good starting weapon, especially since it's one of the first weapons you're able to buy. It has the highest DPS of any weapon in the game as long as you are able to hit all your shots, which can be hard to do, but if you can utilize it correctly, it becomes amazing. It is also very useful on the first running gun, where it can just shred all the little daisy dudes that come and walk up to you, which lets you get some more coins for more weapons, and then it can also do pretty good against Goopy Legrand, though I would recommend using Pea Shooter if you're new to the game, and then it can also be pretty useful on the Root Pack too. So spread, really solid option for your first weapon. So I guess I should mention that this list also includes charms, because charms can be almost as important, if not more so, than weapons. And that's where Smoke Bomb comes in. Smoke Bomb is insane. It basically just gives you like a half second of invincibility, which may sound pretty bad, but it's actually incredible. It comes in clutch so many times. After you beat your first running gun, go ahead and buy Smoke Bomb. It makes Goopy Legrand a breeze, and then it helps out with tons of other bosses and running guns. And you really only need Spread and Pea Shooter and Smoke Bomb for all of Inkle Isle 1. Pretty easy. So yeah, buy Smoke Bomb. Once you've either beaten the second run and gun, or haven't because it's like stupid hard for some reason, I don't know, I'm not sure I could even beat it to this day. Once you've either beat the second run and gun, or you've beat Inkle Isle 1 and gotten your free secret coin from the Axe Kid, then you need to go buy Roundabout, which is another insane weapon. Roundabout does a little bit more damage than the Pea Shooter, and doesn't technically have like as great range, but it stays on the screen for a lot longer, and each projectile does a lot more damage because it fires less projectiles. So Roundabout is actually a screen wiper, perfect for just, actually, since the projectiles stay on screen, you can deal damage to bosses before they even come on screen, and it can just shred minions. Makes Cagney, Beppy, and even more bosses super easy. It's kind of like Chaser but not Chaser, because it makes it easy to hit certain bosses, but you're doing more damage. So, yes, buy Roundabout, it's insane. After you've bought Roundabout, Spread, and Smoke Bomb, it's time for you to get Lobber. By the time that you get Lobber, you'll probably be battling Grim Matchstick, and let me tell you, for this fight, Lobber is almost a necessity. There are other weapons that work well, but it excels, especially at the last phase. You can use Charge for him, but Charge is a lot more of a skillful weapon, and I realized that by the time I got to this boss, I did not have the skill to use Charge. So Lobber is a great option. Also works well on quite a few other bosses, but you definitely buy Lobber now. Next on your list of weapons is gotta be the Chaser. You can't arguably get Chaser before Lobber because it makes the Inkle Isle 2 running guns a breeze, but I prefer to get Lobber first. Chaser is a very good weapon for dealing with certain bosses that are hard to hit, that you probably could use Charge on, but Charge requires you to actually be good at the game, and let's just say I'm not. But Chaser is great for dealing with Briny Beard, Rumor Honeybottoms, and casino bosses, and just tons and tons of other bosses, so you should definitely get Chaser next. After this, I would say that it would probably be best for you to get the extra hit point. People always really hate on this thing, like, oh, makes you do less damage. It really doesn't. It is like 10% less damage, and let's be honest, 10% isn't much. If you look at the DPS of, I don't know, pea shooter, 30 DPS, it's literally making you lose 3 DPS. Who cares about 3 damage? Nobody. Get this, it's super useful on certain plane bosses. I used it for Calamaria, and Dr. Call's robot. Very, very useful. You should get the X-ray point. Next, I mean, why not go ahead and get Charge? It's pretty good for certain casino bosses, and it makes Rumor Honeybottom's first phase a literal breeze. It takes 6 shots. It's like nuts. Charge is a very skillful weapon. Can be hard to use, but it does a lot of damage, and it can make quick work of bosses if you know how to use it. So you should probably get Charge. After this, I would say get Twin Heart. While the damage reduction is a lot more than the other one, I think it's like 20%, you're still not losing way too much damage, and the 2 additional lives, I would say, is totally worth it. I used it for the Devil, helped me a lot, so yeah, Twin Heart is a pretty good choice. Even though there's damage reduction, it does help you, and the damage that you gain from being able to survive longer is definitely much more worth it than the damage that you lose. So get Twin Heart, it's very good. All the other main game charms are just kind of meh. While they all do useful things and can help out in certain situations, it's just kind of like not worth it, and the other ones are much better and much more useful for taking up your charm slot. Coffee is good for some bosses for filling up your super. If you really want to just get that added, if you get another super or 2 in. Pea sugar can be useful when it's really awkward parries on certain bosses, but the parries are very necessary and help out a lot. Then you can use pea sugar for that. And then whetstone, definitely get it last. I mean, I guess you're kind of forced to get it last. They don't let you get it. And I think that there definitely are some skillful uses for it if you can figure it out. But honestly, there's no real reason to really use it. It's kind of a gimmick just for fun and can sometimes be good. But yeah, just get the other charms first, and then get these ones last. So that concludes the Cuphead main game weapon buying list. This list does indeed assume that you bought the main game before buying the DLC at all, which is what I did, so that's why I just decided to make this list. But speaking of DLC, if this list gets enough likes and views, and you guys want it, I could also make a DLC weapon buying list. So just let me know, really, what you want me to do. And yeah, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace out.